check, 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 check. Check, check. Let's jump with this one, right? There it is. Okay. I just was talking about this downstairs in Soma at class. Your muscles have they have a muscle that's going to fight against it, right? An antagonistic muscle. Otherwise, things are just going to kind of like boing real fast, right? There needs to be tension on the other side. So when you think as your knee comes up, right, and I'm in this position, so I'm flexing in the hip, right? So these muscles are engaging to pull this up. The idea is that I'm taking my heel and I'm doing this, even though I'm not. And that's keeping my hamstring on. When be attached here to your sit bones. When they're tensioned properly, they're gonna pull your sit bones down. So then as your belly draws, this holds real nice and neutral, right? What happens when the hip flexors dominate? This, right? Anterior pelvic tilt. So you could pull your belly button in all day. Your belly's not gonna beat your hip flexors, right? But the hamstrings, they can get in the game. So the cue that I always give y'all is pull your heels to your butt and your butt to your heels to engage your hamstring. So it would be like I'm doing this, but I'm not bending my knees, right? I'm just pulling this way. And you can see the backs of my legs, right? Like they engage when I do that. I'm pulling my heels to my butt and all this kicks on, right? That's what you want. That way, when you flex, there's tension in the back and it's holding neutral for you. Instead of like, boing. Think about in yoga when we're in our lunge, we talk about organic expansion, even in the closed joint, right? So think about if I'm in lunge, this hip is flexed, so it's closed, and this one's open, right? But even though this one's closed, you gotta find an opening, and it can't just dump into the space, right? So the action in this instance is pull your heel back. And when you pull your heel back, right, there's that same engagement, and then I reach the knee forward, and that's how I can clear this a little bit, instead of everything just dumping into that. Does that make sense? Challenging? Yeah. Challenging because you have to have both concentric and eccentric control of your muscle. Concentric is like when your muscle shortens. Eccentric, it stays engaged as it lengthens back out. And isometric is where it engages without movement, right? We do a lot of that in yoga. I try to put concentric and eccentric in there when we do things like dynamic movements back and forth and things, so we can kind of get that, right? That's a good way to release muscles, is to engage them. And then as they engage, they start to go through their range of motion, they start to settle, right? Make sense? So keep those, that's why I'm stingy with hamstring stretches, right? It's just not what I see around the room. I see lack of hamstring engagement, not like just you all, I mean in general, everywhere, right? So keeping those hamstrings tensioned is properly tensioned is where we want to be. Now, if your forward fold looks something like this, that's okay. That's me down into this position here. These aren't tight hamstrings, right? That's not like that would look totally different. And if you needed to, if your hamstrings were tight, you're gonna boost up, right? You give yourself some space to let those muscles start to naturally open up, right? So, and everybody has something. One of your hip complex muscles will be tighter. Adductors, quads, TFL, IT band, hamstrings, glutes, right? One of those will be tighter than the other. That's just kind of how the game is played, right? And you have to adjust accordingly. You wanna play around? Take a nice seat, close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. You know, yesterday in class, I was just telling a little story about being out in the water and it being real windy, and I couldn't really see as I was taking off, and it became more of a feeling, you know, and I was saying, how do we feel these different engagements, these different actions that we create? The feeling is what we take home with us. You know, I'm sure some of y'all, we've been practicing together for a very long time. You've probably heard me say, draw your belly button in or close your shutters thousands of times, right? But that's my voice, that stays with me. What you take home with you is the feeling. That's what you want to start tapping into. Because with the feeling comes the control. That's what we're looking to do, right? We're trying to have each moment close to us. It starts with our breath. We listen to ourselves breathe. We say turn to our breath, right? So we listen to ourselves breathe, or we slow down the beginning of the inhale and we push a little more on the end of the exhale, or we count out the breath, right? 2 or 3 seconds for the inhale. We make the exhale the same 2 or 3 seconds. Balance, right? Balance is keeping it close. That's a feeling, right? Notice that. Ujjayi breath. That's keeping the breath real close, letting it rebound off the back of the throat. The next inhale as the breath turns to movement. Let the arms lift. Feel that. Exhale, push the fingertips together. Push the knuckle pads together. You'll feel this engagement run up the arms. When the heels of the hands touch, let them lightly touch and come together. The strong engagement is the fingertips and the knuckle pads. And now you can notice as you hug your hands in, as the energy runs up the arms into the shoulders and the chest and the upper back, you could even sit up a little bit taller. As the shoulders settle back a little bit, take the head and the throat back. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out all 4 hands and knees. Hands are 1 inch or 2 in front of your shoulders. Knees are 1 inch or 2 behind your hips. Pointer finger, right, straight forward or turned out. You can feel if you turn the hand in, right, and here you could see on me, but as the hand turns in, look what happens as I peel the shoulder away. If I turn that hand out a little bit, look what happens. There's that connection I'm looking for. I want that, the integration. The more friends we can get in the game, the easier the shit's going to be, right? And that's what we're looking for. We're trying to get that connection. In the feet, curl the toes. Heels point straight up. They're going to try to fall in. So we sweep the inner heels out. Then remember, we balance that energy. What's the opposite of that? If we're sweeping the heels out, we're going to hug the shins in. We're going to pull our heels to our butt. There's those hamstrings engaged. Hug your hands in. Feel the energy come up the arms. Squeeze your biceps. These muscles here support. Those are muscles that are going to support that elbow joint. Pull the pelvic floor up. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Pull your shutters closed. If you're not sure where your shutters are, right here, bottom of the ribs, the shutters want to blow open. Close them. Slide the back of your neck towards the ceiling. Bring the chin to the chest just a little bit so your gaze goes right across your fingertips, low mountain. So there's that isometric engagement. Right now you should be hugging every muscle into bone. Strong, a powerful engagement here. Think of like mountain, right? This is just a low mountain. Keep breathing. Keep feeling the way the energy comes up the arms, into the shoulders and the chest and the upper back. How it's continuing to come up the legs and into the hips. How's the core's firing up. One more breath. And then from here, cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back. Lift the sit bones. Reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch. Your exhale, round. Now move with your breath. So if it takes 2 or 3 seconds to inhale, it'll take 2 or 3 seconds for me to arch my back. 2 or 3 seconds to exhale. It's going to take 2 or 3 seconds for me to round into my back. So my breath is going to set up that tempo of my practice. Sometimes we say like it almost feels like we're moving in slow motion. We're just moving with our breath. Our heart rate's still pretty low here, so our breath is still pretty calm. Will that pick up? Sure, when we start to link things up, it's going to start to rise a little bit. But right now, everything's very controllable. One more, and then come to a neutral position, so find that flat back, low mountain. Right? We're not just hanging out. This is the pose, right? You're trying to create an isometric engagement. Take the knees back a couple inches. Then take the right leg back, ball of the foot on the floor.
You're going to reach back out of the heel, forward out of the crown of the head. You're going to breathe and expand side to side. Now, make sure here that even though you're extending this leg out, the knee has a micro bend in it. So when you micro bend a little, pull your kneecap to your waist instead of pushing your kneecap to the ceiling, and it'll keep that hyperextension from happening. Exhale, lower. Take the left leg back. Ball of the foot on the floor. Feel what it's like to reach from the back of the hip down the back of the leg, out of the bottom of the heel. So think more like the midfoot. That'll help keep the hyperextension from happening as well. Exhale, lower the knee. Walk knees back in, all fours. Take a breath. Tiger pose. So inhale, we're going to take the heel to the sky like we're holding the ceiling up. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the chin or the chest. Inhale, take the heel to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the chin or the chest. Now stay with your breath. Let's do 7 each side. When I'm taking my heel to the sky, that's me extending the hip. I'm turning on glute. I'm turning on that. It's the outside hamstring that helps take the hip into extension. You're going to feel those areas. You feel the other hamstrings because the knee's bent. Now, I'm on my last one. When you're on your last one, lower the knee down. Make sure you go hips width apart when you place the knee down. Sometimes we go to the midline, and then that's going to turn the hip off. Then when you're ready, side 2. Inhale, take that heel to the sky, maybe look up. Exhale, brings the knee to the chin or the chest, maybe look under. As your knee comes through, let it just scrape the mat so we don't peel away from the inside of that right hip. Stay with your breath. Keep sweeping the inner heel out, especially as this way, it wants to do this. So you keep sweeping the inner heel out. Now I'm coming up on my last one. When you're done with yours, we'll meet back in the all fours. Bring the right hand behind your head. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across to the eye of that left elbow. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Exhale, take it across the body. Let's do 7. As you take that right elbow to the sky, drive the right knee down into the mat. That'll help initiate that twist to be in the middle upper back in your thoracic spine where it should be. Keep activating the muscles in the neck. As you draw your fingers into the back of your head, push the back of your head into your fingers. And you're going to feel the muscles in the back of the neck ignite. Now, I'm on my last one. When you're finished with your 7, place that hand down. Bring the left hand behind your head or whatever your side 2 is. Inhale takes the elbow to the sky. Exhale across the body. Stay with your breath. This time, as the elbow goes to the sky, you're going to drive that left knee down into the mat. Nice pace, y'all. I'm on my last one. When you're finished, we'll meet back in the all fours. What wants to happen? What are the hip flexors initiating here? This. I got to be the exact opposite. So I want to pull my heels to my butt. Remember that engagement? Now as I bring my belly button to my spine, see where I'm at? See how I'm filling this lumbar in? Now this is too much, right? But this isn't enough. I got to feel where that sweet spot is. Hold that space. Step back to plank. This is another one. Even here, right? Your belly wants to drop to the floor. Pull your belly in. This time, think of sit bones to like the backs of your heels. Then lift the hips, push back, downward dog. Now, first downward dog, every downward dog, you can bend your knees. But on this one, we can all bend our knees. We could soften up the dog a little bit. We're going to hug our hands into the midline. Keep your forearms lifting up from the mat. Keep your inner biceps lifting up from the mat. When you do that, the action is going to give you a feeling of your shoulders moving out away from your neck. You want that. Slide the back of your neck forward. There's the muscles in the back of the neck engaging. Now push your hands down and forward to the front of the room and take your chest back towards your toenails or towards your shins. And there's the big opener. That's the upper body. Stay with your belly, stay with your shutters. If you want to do the low body into the legs, pull your heels to your butt and your butt to your heels. You've got to engage those hamstrings. And now again, reach from the hip down the back of the leg and out of the bottom of the heels. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Stay with your breath. So here's one of those instances where we're moving a little more dynamic. If it's 2 seconds to inhale, it takes 2 seconds to drive into plank. If it's 2 seconds to exhale, it takes 2 seconds to push back. One more. And then as you come forward to plank, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. So you could stay low, right here. You can come up a little bit higher if that feels good, whatever your flavor is. But shoulders are back and down away from the ears. Lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. Now remember, if it felt good to bend your knees, bend your knees. If it feels better to straighten your legs, straighten your legs. You can change your mind, right, in the pose. You could say, all right, I'm starting out with my knees bent. This feels good. Now I'm going to straighten my legs, right? Or maybe my legs were straight. Now I'm going to bend. That's part of you feeling what the pose is asking. It's not the same every time, right? It's not even the same from moment to moment. But I know most of your practices. They're beautiful practices. You're in tune with your body and what it is. Now feel it and take it into another place, right? A deeper thought. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. Back of the heart comes forward out of the front of the chest to deepen that back bend. Then after the 3 breaths, maybe back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Fingertips are blocks to get your spine nice and straight here. Front knee is going to stack up on top of the ankle, and we want it to track the second toe, the one next to your big toe. So if your knee's collapsing in, you're going to widen out a little bit. If it's trying to blow out the side, you're going to hug in a little bit. On this back leg, you want to keep the thigh lifting up as compared to this, right? So if this feels like it's happening, come up higher on the ball of the foot like this to be a little more controllable. If you feel like this is nice and controllable, now reach your heel back. Remember, we said we're going to pull the front heel back so we can reach the knee forward. Reach forward out of the crown of the head. One more breath. Exhale, lower the back knee. Pull your knee forward. Inhale the arms in front. If you need to stop and plug, stop and plug. If you're ready to take them all the way up, take them all the way up. Now keep pushing down. Keep dragging that back knee forward. Pull the belly button towards the spine. It's getting better, that stretch in the front of that left thigh. Pull the shutters closed. Reach up through your thumbs. Now maybe curl back into the pose. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Lift the back knee. Keep the left hand down. Draw the right elbow back. Take the twist. Keep lifting the top of that left thigh up, but soften the top of that right one down. Try to get the top of the right thigh parallel with the floor. Now maybe reach back out of the heel. Reach forward out of the knee and the crown of the head. Maybe reach up. Maybe look up. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. I'll always be ahead of you a little bit, right? Stay with your breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. So see, my hands are connected to the floor, right? Just to give me that connection. ultimately the power is all in my legs, right? At any moment that my hands come up, none of this changes, right? I'm able to hold all that space. So keep pushing down. Rip your front heel back and your back toes forward. So a rip's a pretty powerful cue, right? Rip them in. Keep that. Keep hugging your shins into the middle. Yep. Now maybe reach back, reach forward. Breathe side to side. One more breath. Exhale, lower the back knee, drag that knee forward. Inhale the arms in front, maybe take them up overhead. Now keep that right hip lifting up. Try to soften that left hip down a little bit. That's how we'll access that lateral quad, the outside one. Belly, shudders, you get the lift through the spine. Spread your fingers. Now maybe curl back. Come forward in that lead knee so it stays right on top of the ankle and keeps tracking that second toe. Keep going up and back. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Lift the back knee. The right hand stays down. Turn the bicep forward to root the shoulder back. Draw the elbow back maybe. Maybe reach up. Right? Twists are above the waist, so we don't want to lose that right hip. We want to keep that right hip lifting up. To balance it out, soften that left thigh down. Now reach back out of the heel. Forward out of the crown of the head. Maybe reach up out of the fingertips. Maybe look up. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Stay with your breath. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Belly's in, sit bones down, reach up. Maybe curl back a little bit. As you curl back, keep the hips from coming forward. So keep the heels heavy, keep the inner thighs back, keep your belly in and sacrum back, keep your shutters closed. And as you curl back, let it happen under your shoulder blades. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the tops of your thighs. Sit back. Here's where those quads come up and attach at your hip bones. So you take the heel of your hand right here at the crease. You're going to persuade this down. So you're going to push down into your tops of your thighs. Pull your belly in. Yep. Pull your shutters closed. Take your head and your throat back. Sit back just a little deeper. Push down, rise up. Pull the belly in. Yep, sit bones down. Maybe curl back a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. So, you know, we're talking about like feeling things in the pose. For me, one of the main reasons I like to stay a little more dynamic in my posture, that means on an inhale, I look forward. I charge my legs and my spine, and then exhale, I fold. And the next inhale, I do the same thing. I look forward, I engage my legs and my spine, and then I fold in the pose. I do that because I like to feel the pose moving forward. Now, if you like to hold static, awesome. If you want to work dynamic, same awesome, right? Wherever you want to play. Keep the weight balanced in the feet from the heel to the pinky toe mound to the big toe mound. That way the arches are nice and lifted. The weight's on the outer edge of the foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Now, pull your heels to your butt and your butt to your heels. Pull your belly button in. Sit back, Utkatasana chair. So we're super fired up in the back of the legs. We're going to bring a little balance here. Lift the arms up, sit back a little bit deeper. Belly, shutters, arms lift, sit back deeper. Charge those legs. Core, arms, sit back deeper. Push down, rise up. Nice, y'all. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. So reach out of your heels. That's how we turn on the glute and the hamstring. That's extension. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. So the back heel's up. Keep pushing down and hugging in. Belly and shutters.
Then this left hand's going to grab the right wrist. We're going towards the wall with the window and the door. But the trick to getting to this psoas deeper is going to be pulling the shutters closed. Take the head and the throat back. Take the arms back a little bit. Go a little bit deeper into that crescent. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Now push from your back foot to your front heel. Step forward. Keep the knees bent. Reach the left leg back. Make sure your hips width apart. When you're ready, inhale, come up. Fear one crescent. So see, I keep sweeping this back heel out because it wants to fall this way. So I keep sweeping it out. That way now the hip comes forward. Then I pull back up. Root chakra is like pulling up from the pelvic floor. Past crown. Go up through your fingertips. Yep. Then when you're ready, we're going towards the brick. So your right's going to grab the left. You're going to go towards the brick wall. Head and throat back. Take the arms back a little bit. That front knee right on top of the ankle. Right in line with that second toe. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Big reach. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Mountain pose. Right? So fire up from your feet. Up your legs. Right? Everything's fired. Pull that belly in. Yep. Shoulders are back. Before you take your shoulders back, fill your ribs up with breath. Yep, now take the shoulders back. You could take your hands away from your back a little bit if that feels good. Make that stretch a little deeper. One more breath. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, bring that right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow. Keep your hips back. They're going to try to do this. Keep them back. Even if you lean forward, this is a better look than this. Then push your head into your forearm, right? So I'm here. I'm pushing back. Now I can stand up here through my spine, right? Right between those shoulder blades, but like north to south, from head to butt. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Swap side two. This is neutral space. Well, this is really, look, I have my beliefs too, but our body certainly seems to fit together more like here than here. There's not a lot of extension from here, right? This is it. This is hyperextension. This is it, but look how much flexion I got. A lot. And where do things usually meet in nature? In the middle. There's not much middle there, right? That's why this is so challenging. Exhale, release, inhale the arms. I know it's been like millions of years, but that's still the challenge. Exhale, fold. Getting length into those hip flexors. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Right hand to the outside of left calf or shin. Fingertips, block, hip. Some of you go right for the reach up. Go for it, whatever feels good to you. But keep the weight balanced in the feet. It's easy to lean back or lean forward here. Inhale, come back to center. Pause, and then swap the hands. And take a breath and see where you want to move the pose to. You know, there's certainly a right and a wrong to poses, right? Like there's misalignments and there's not misalignment. There's connection. But inhale, come back to center. In this instance, it's wherever you want to take the pose, that's where it needs to go. Exhale, fold. If something feels good to you, work it. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. And I always tell y'all, like, when it comes to manipulating the body, if you can control it, manipulate it. If you can't control it, then hold neutral. Work through your vinyasa 3 times. So flow through a little bit. Transitions are like a huge challenge in our practice. We're in the transition of life right now, right? This is kind of a major one as we're going from warm to cold, as we're going from lots of sunlight to not as much, right? This is a challenge. That's why we tend to feel tired this time of year, a little worn out. That's natural.
It's a real powerful transition. Here in our practice, that's what we're practicing here. Right? How can we control those moments? Well, like we do everything. We take a breath, we set a foundation, we engage, right? We express the best that we have. Exhale, lower the knees, sit back on your heels. When you're done, take a little break. Grab a drink, wipe your face, whatever feels good. Are y'all hot? I will never say anything about the heat. For me, if it's a sweat thing, yeah, I'm sweating, no problem. Oh, it's not warm in here. You can leave it on for a minute or two. Just freshen it all up. Yeah. She's generous. She gave you 69. I would have even went 72. That's love, right? That's love. It did. Yeah. I'm just teasing. All right, inhale, come up. Let's meet all fours. Turn the hands out. Belly's in. Yep. Now, push your hands down. And when you push your hands down, you get this nice stretch coming up the forearms and the bicep into the pec a little bit. Inhale, unwind, sit back on your heels, give a little spin. Inhale, come up, exhale, hands down. One more time. And that's what you got to remember in your practice is, there's times that we fire up, right? And then there's times we got to cool down a little bit. Keep it all in balance. Inhale, unwind, sit back on the heels one more time. Do that little spin. Right, so we work hard for a little while, right? We get a little sweaty, and then we hit the floor for a little bit, right? We chill, and we're going to keep doing the same thing, right? So it's this, right? We don't want to get into this shit, and we definitely don't want to get into this, right? We want to keep. All right, all fours. Take a couple breaths. When you're ready, step back to plank. Shoulders are up on top of your wrist crease. You're reaching out of your heels. See, here I got to keep my hamstrings engaged so then I could pull my belly in towards my spine. And then as those sit bones go towards my heels a little bit, I feel my low back nice and safe. Knees count here. Keep your chin from falling to the floor. It's going to try to do this. You want to go this way. You should feel when you do that, the muscles in the back of the neck ignite, but you connect, more importantly, you connect to your upper back. Now your arms are probably starting to shake a little bit. Good. That's what we want. That's time under tension. We're getting stronger. Keep breathing here. And then after one more breath, push back to downward dog. Nice, y'all. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, walk your hands to the inside of your right foot. You want to be on a balance beam, so your right heel wants to be in line with your left arch. So set that up. Now with your hands in front of your foot, stick your butt back, like your left butt cheek towards that brick wall. Now look at your thigh. That's thighs back. Now feel that. Now bring the elbow to the knee. Notice, did this thigh try to pop forward? If it did, root it back again. Now see, here's where this pose gets challenging. You want to go belly button to spine to start to come up from this. That's hip flexors. But we're opening adductors too here, right? So now we got to go sit bone to heel, or you sweep your heel like you were doing this without movement towards that wall over there with the window and the door, and the knee will go to the brick. Bring the arm in front, plug it in. Bring the bicep up along the cheek. If the hand's going to go down to the block or the floor, feel free. Nice, y'all. Now belly in, shutters closed. Now if you want to rotate open, you take the top of the ribs back and the bottom of the ribs forward. One more breath. Push into your front heel. Inhale, come up.
Warrior two. Push the front leg straight. Keep this thigh back. Rip your feet together so that we don't get those pops in the hip. Breathe nice and tall. Hinge at the left side, or the right side of your hip. Bring the hand down to the block or the floor. Keep ripping those feet together so those hips don't pop. That little pop is the head of your femur kind of popping in your hip socket. We want to root the head of the femur into the hip socket. Now keep opening up that right side body, so long from hip to armpit. Go back to belly and shutters. Maybe rotate open. Maybe start to look up. One more breath. Push into that front heel. Inhale, come up tall. Bend into the lead knee. Warrior two. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. So here's one of those moments, right? It's getting challenging. We're linking things together. Our heart rate's coming up. Our breath is coming up a little bit. No problem. This is just the shit we do, right? This is part of our practice. Keep breathing. Set strong foundations. Engage and express. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Spin the back heel down. Walk the hands to the inside of that left foot. Root that thigh back or stick your butt back on the right side to the wall with the window and the door. When you're ready, climb the elbow to the knee. Yep, take a couple breaths here. See if you're holding the space. Pull the belly button towards the spine as you come up. Yes, nice, y'all. Plug the arm in if you need to. Sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Yes. If the hand's going to go down to the block or the floor, feel free. If you're going to rotate open, connect. Start to rotate open. Look, when you look up, you should be looking right into your bicep. One more breath. Push into that front heel. Inhale, come up. Warrior two. Take a breath. Push the front leg straight. Inhale, get tall. Keep ripping the feet together. Hinge at the left side of the hip. Maybe rotate open. As you look up, that's how you start to stress the balance. Like that's what exercise is, right? Positive stress. One more breath. Push into the front heel. Inhale, come up tall. Bend into the lead knee. Warrior two. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Keep pushing your hands down and forward. Keep your chest working back towards your toenails or your shins. The trick to holding downward dog is to get the weight into your legs. If you bend your knees, that will be a little more accessible. If you straighten your legs, that will be a little more challenging. Play where what feels good to you. It's not a right or wrong. Keep the arms lifting up. Forearms and inner biceps. Keep the back of your neck sliding forward to the front of the room where the ceiling and the wall meet. Stay with the core. Keep energy in the legs. But push the hands down and forward to keep the chest working back towards the toenails. The arms going up overhead. So if you look to the side, you would see your biceps. They might even be in line with your cheeks or your ears. Stay with this. We're almost there. Keep breathing. Look forward. Bend your knees, step or jump between your hands. Swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Nice, y'all. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Mountain pose, but let your thumbs kind of catch your heart, flick your heart out, close your eyes for a few breaths. Lean back a little bit and feel the weight centered down into the heels. What wants to happen? Our hips want to come forward and our heels want to get light. That's the misalignment. Take the hips back. Feel the heels root. Actually, we could do this all together here, but we'll have to open our eyes. So then inhale, open your eyes, release your hands. All right, so this is what you want to do. From your heel, you want to like reach your foot out. So I stretch and I root into the outside edge of my foot. Does the inside of your foot touch the floor? No, it's an arch. Right? So this is what needs to be down.
So work from the heel and stretch the foot out until you feel that pinky toe mound root. Now widen your foot towards the midline, and you're going to push the big toe mound down. You can see from the side, and this is my collapse side, because this is my right side, my mobile. This is my stability side. So you could see if I go here, stretch the foot out, widen into the middle. Look at my arch. Nice and lift it, right? Where did it want to go? There, like everybody's does, right? Come on, let's try it. Work from your heels. Reach into the pinky toe mound. Widen into the big toe mound. Pull the arches up the legs. You feel that come up the inside of the thighs too. Lean back that little bit. Pull your belly in. Pull your shutters closed. Inhale the arms up. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Now let's try it on one leg, tree pose. So you're going to root down into that left foot. You're going to inhale the right leg up, open the hip. You're going to bring the toes facing down here, low on the leg, or high up in the inside of the thigh. One's not better than the other. Hands can come in front like Anjali Mudra. We want to push our hands together. It's going to shoot energy in the upper body. It's going to be easier for us to balance. Now, the first thing we got to do is we got to lean back so that your heel roots, and you can move your toes if you wanted to. Not your big toe mound, but your toes. Take this left hip back. We're going to open this in just a second, but take this back to neutral. Now, push your hands together and breathe up. We got to clear the waist a little bit. Now we can lengthen right sit bone to the heel or sweep your heel forward, and your knee's going to start widening towards the bricks. Keep pushing your hands together. Maybe the arms go up. Maybe we start to look up. So maybe you look to the front wall, maybe up where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe you start to look up towards the ceiling. Maybe you close your eyes. Got to feel it. Open your eyes. Exhale, release. It's called proprioception when your body reads the external environment, it feels it, and it corrects. So if you're going to fall over to the left, your body goes, push back right. Boom, and I go back to the right. If I'm falling to the right, push back left, I go back to the left. But that shit's like electricity. It's fast. That's your body, though, feeling what's happening. Come on, try side two. Spread the toes. Work from the heel. Your heel bone is the size it is for a reason. It's meant to dissipate weight. All the other bones in your foot, small for a reason, right? They're meant to be mobile. So work off that foundation. Then lift the left leg up, open the hip, toes down or up high. Then take the hip back. Keep the belly button in. Remember, see if we do this, that's if the toes start to crunch. See if I go back into the heel, now I'm hip back, I'm thigh back. Push my hands together, give me a little more muscle energy, so now I can breathe up out of my waist. Now I can lengthen the sit. But if we don't make any space, where are we lengthening into, right? There's no place to move. Then we start to challenge ourselves. Maybe the arms go up. Stay here if you feel good. Stay here if you want. Maybe start to look up the wall. Play where what feels good to you. If you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. Open your eyes. Exhale, release. Sometimes you stand up. Sometimes you fall over a little bit, right? You just keep going. All right, set the feet. Sit back as the knees bend. Swing the arms up. Take a nice big reach. And curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Root down into that. Let's go the other way. So root down into your right. Bend your left knee. Reach back, grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Before you pull your heel to your sit bone too far, pull your belly button into your spine and take your sit bones to behind your knees. That already is going to change the quad stretch. Now start to draw the heel towards the sit bone, make it a little bit deeper. If you want to go further, right arm comes in front, plug. Don't worry about kicking the leg back. Hinge at the hip. Keep the heel heavy on that right side so your toes can move at any moment on your right foot. Now when you get out, then pull your hand into your foot, kick your leg back. Yes, keep that left hip going down. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Swap side two. So root over, bend, reach back, grab the ankle, the foot, or the strap. Work the heel. Work the outer edge of the foot. Work into the big toe mound. Pull the belly to the spine. Bring the sit bones to behind the knees. Draw the heel towards the sit bone.
Keep hugging in. Balance is muscle energy. Then maybe the left arm comes up. I make sure I'm rooted. I don't want to be disengaged. Plug. Hinge. See, this wants to happen. I got to keep hugging like my pubic bone to the inside of this left thigh so it doesn't peel from the inside of that left hip. Then as I get out and I feel I'm extended, then I draw the hand into the foot so I can use that to kick the foot back into the hand. Nice, y'all. Keep that right hip coming down. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Sit back as the knees bend. Swing the arms up. Big reach. Exhale, fold. Nice, y'all. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. Stay with your breath. We'll meet back in downward dog. Nice pace, y'all. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, pigeon. So this is my bad knee. I've been mentioning this to y'all for a few weeks, but those I don't see all the time. So I would try to have my shin a little more parallel with the top of the mat if I can. But this is what feels good in my knee. I'm happy to get this, so I'm going to hold this space. All right? We want the knee nice and wide, though, to the right edge of your mat. Your left knee is going to be in line with your left hip. Now we're going to push out like we're pushing on a gas pedal. If you're not sure what that feeling is, you take your left hand onto the ball of your foot and you push into your hand like you're pushing on a gas pedal. That's the action we want. Here's another strong cue. You got to push down and rip those knees, front knee back and back knee forward. Pull your pelvic floor up. Pull your belly button in. When your shutters close, remember that lifts up that thoracic spine. If you want to go for the fold, go for the fold. Lots of muscle energy. So lots of pushing down and hugging in. Left sit bone is reaching back behind you. Because if we let it fall forward, that's just collapsing the front of the thigh, right? We got to rip the back knee forward and take that left sit bone to the wall behind you. And then the right one is lengthening down. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Place the hands. Lift the hips. Reach that right leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Come forward. Right knee to left elbow. Back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Come forward, knee to opposite elbow. Maybe kick the leg out to the side. Let it float off the floor if you want. We're going to do 3. Come forward, maybe kick that leg out or knee to elbow. Back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. After your third one, lower that right leg down. Take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Pigeon side 2. So you can see on this side, I can get my knee a little more parallel. It's okay if your knee's not parallel with the top of the mat. It's what feels the best for you. The bummer for me is my glute. Remember we said we got one tighter hip complex area, right? This is the tight one for me. The problem is I can't get into pigeon, right, to open that up. So that's been a challenge. But you do the best that you can, right? You prop up when you need to. So push down, start to hug. Feel the lift. Like at any moment, if I take my hands off the floor, just like we were in lunge, right? I can hold myself up. That's how much power I got. If you want to go for the fold, go for the fold. Feel okay? Deep, yeah. Looks it. I'm sweating on the inside. I don't show that on the outside, right? What is my little thing I tell y'all? Don't let yourself see yourself sweat. If you let yourself see yourself sweat, you're going to start panicking, right? Your body's going to be like, nah, he's done, right? I got to shut this down. No, just keep breathing, right? You put yourself in this place so your body's able to hold this space, right? You got there. Hold it. Don't extend because that would be going beyond the edge, right? But find where your edge is going to be. Couple more breaths. Here, all in the back of the hip and down the back of this leg is the feeling. And then inhale, come up, place the hands, lift the hips, reach that left leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Take a breath. When you're ready, come forward, left knee to right elbow, back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. If you want to kick the leg out and straighten it and float it, go for it. We're going to do 3. When you're ready, lower that left leg. We'll meet in downward dog. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come into side plank. Turn the bicep forward to root into the upper back. Push out of the big toe mounds to charge up the legs. Maybe take the arm up. Maybe look up. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Push back, downward dog. Never let yourself see yourself sweat. This is one of those moments. Roll to the outside of the left foot, stack the right foot on top or in front. Just keep breathing. You always hear like soften your face, right? That's what you got to do. Because if you're like, and straining, your body's recognizing that. They're like, nah, that's not positive. You want this to be positive. This is just some shit we do. It just happens to be hard. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. And exhale, hands in front. Nice, y'all. Grab your mats, find a spot on the wall, we'll go upside down. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back, interlace your hands, keep your knees bent, feet are on the floor, interlace your hands behind your thigh as you reach your heel to the sky and take a bunch of breaths, and then you can swap into side 2. If you're at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You're more than welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. I'm going to talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, but you're more than welcome to do handstand, headstand, tripod, pincha, Hanuman up the wall. Right, whatever you want to play with. So if you're going to stick with me, let's go all 4s, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. If you want to go on your own, whenever you're ready. So if you're with me, all 4s, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. Take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. Step 1 foot up the wall, and if you feel comfortable, step the 2nd foot up the wall. With your knees bent, you'll be in downward dog inverted. With your legs straight, you'll be in L pose. You can work between the 2. You could see Hanuman going up the wall in the back there if you're not sure what it is. The split up the wall. And you stay as long as you want. You take a few breaths, right? And you come down, you rest a little bit, maybe you try again. Nice, y'all. Awesome, crew. Play around. We'll still be here for like another minute. Take your time. Right? Think about what the feeling is in inversion. It's like, how can you go like, you know, ass over head and still be cool, calm, and collected? That's the challenge. Like literally be upside down and still feel nice and calm. So stay with your breath, right? Keep breathing. The other thing you could do to help relax is if you're in handstand, you're going to stare at the floor. And that just helps reset the equilibrium a little bit. So when you're ready, we will meet on our backs. We'll meet on our backs. Supported bridge. So we're going to do some back bends. We'll do 2 back bends. I'll talk you bridge, first one, wheel the second one. But if you want supported bridge, that's where you take the block. Sacrum, right? Remember that top of your pelvis there? That's where you want to put the block. So where your crack is too low, and where your lumbar spine is too high. It's this solid spot right here. Now, we tend to go like low and medium, but I've seen some of y'all go high on the block. I do sometimes. If that's comfortable, go for it, right? What feels good to you? And then I'll talk you through bridge and wheel. So wherever feels good. Let's start. If you're in supported bridge, you're on the block. If you are working bridge and wheel, we're going to start on our backs. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. They're hips width apart. We want them like train tracks, parallel. So what's the misalignment of our feet? Almost all the time for all of us is the heels want to spin in, right? So spin the inner heels out a little bit if you need to square them up. And now reach with your hands along, like your arms along the side, so your fingertips feel your heels. That's how we know we got like the knees stacked up on top of the ankles. Pull your belly button to your spine a little bit and feel the sacrum root down into the mat. That's going to be the neutral pelvis right now in this instance. So let's start at the legs. Push the heels down, sweep the inner heels out. Hug the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. Pull your pelvic floor up. Pull your belly button in. Pull your shutters closed. With your head and your shoulders back, slowly lift the hips. Maybe take the shoulders under a little bit. Now, in this pose, it's easy. Y'all are strong, right? Your glutes are powerful. It's going to be easy to just over push your hips to the sky. You still got to keep the thighs back here. So an easy way to kind of feel is when you go too high, your knees are going to start splaying out to the side. That's the feeling of knowing you've gone too far. The action should be like your heels sweeping out and your knees hugging in. It's really internal rotation, but knees should be working closer to each other than further away. Now keep the power in the legs. The belly buttons to the spine. Bring the sit bones to the backs of the knees and feel the low back open up. As you gently push the feet down and forward, you're going to feel the back bend happen underneath your shoulder blades, right where we want that back bend to happen. One more breath. And then stay engaged as you lower down. See if you get the sacrum to land flat. So it's belly button in, sit bones towards the backs of the knees. Then take the feet wide, let the knees touch. One hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. And go back to the breath. Right, these to me are like, this is like some of my favorite spots in the practice, inversions and back bends, because we like literally flip things the opposite way. You can feel
the energy, right? Like pulsing through your body. You feel the work that you're doing. This shit isn't easy. You're feeling those muscles. Inhale, open the knees. Let's try again. Set the feet, bring the arms along the sides. Now this time I'll first bring you into bridge and then wheel. Charge the legs, core, head and shoulders back. Slowly lift the hips. If you want to go wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat. It's going to bring your elbows in, and they're going to come in line with the outside of your shoulders. Keep that. Now plug your shoulders back. You feel this big connection in your upper back. Push down. Lift the heels up if you need a little more length to the curve. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. See if you get the sacrum to land flat. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart, left hand on your heart, opposite hand on your low belly. And then from here, open the knees, windshield wiper side to side. Next time the knees fall to the right, let them settle there. Pull your left heel towards your left sit bone. There's that lateral quad stretch. Now you can go a little bit deeper into lengthening that and even getting into that psoas, a touch, if you take the ankle over the knee. But the idea is that I'm not trying to crank my knee to the mat. I'm trying to persuade, like this with my foot. I'm trying to persuade my knee forward, not knee to the floor. And I got to keep my belly button in and my shutters closed so I keep my SI joints nice and safe. And as I persuade that, you could feel it peel out of the hip. Hip flexor on the outside, this TFL, you get that to peel too. But you can kind of feel the whole thigh start to lengthen out here as you go belly in and sit bones to the backs of the knees. Then release the ankle. Inhale, come back to center. Let the knees fall towards the left. Right heel to right sit bone. If you're going to go ankle over the knee, remember we're persuading forward. We're not just pushing down. It might feel like you go down a little bit as the leg starts to, as the muscles start to stretch, but you just don't want to like crank your knee down to the mat. And real strong in belly button and shutters to support those SI joints. As you persuade the knee forward, breathe up out of your waist. Split the energy. So from the waist down, going forward, from the waist up, going like over your head. Release the ankle. Inhale, come back to center. Take the legs out straight. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch. Reach, spread the fingers, spread the toes. Rock yourself up. Bring your right leg out straight. Bend your left knee. Bring your left hand behind you. Your right bent elbow to the outside of your knee. Now push your hand back so you sit up nice and tall. On that right foot, hug the big toe mountain so your kneecap and your toes are pointing straight up to the sky. Now breathe and get tall here. Yep, and then twist into the pose. You're twisting to the up knee side. Unless you need to do an open twist, and then you would twist the other way. Take that left shoulder back. If you want to peek over the shoulder, start to peek. Inhale, come back to center. Swap the legs. Reach down, grab that sit bone if you need to, pull it back and out, turn the thigh in. Right? If this is happening to you, you go like this. Pull back, turn the thigh in. There's the kneecap and the toes pointing straight up.
And I take the hand behind and the other elbow to the outside of the knee. And see, I want to fall back this way, so I'm going to push myself up tall. And then when I'm ready, I twist to my up knee. Maybe I start to peek over the shoulder that little bit. Active from your feet, up your leg, core, upper trunk, through your neck, up and out of the crown of your head. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, the legs out straight. Lay back. Reach the arms up overhead, spread the fingers and the toes again. Right? We're feeling the space that we make. Hug the right knee to your chest. Root the back of that left thigh to the floor. Hug to the big toe mound side of the foot so the kneecap and the toes point straight up to the sky. Reach your right heel to the sky. Interlace your hands behind your thigh. This is actually a little bit of external rotation on the thigh. So I've mentioned to y'all in the past, you could sweep the inner heel in a little bit to get that to happen, but there's two joints there. You're really trying to work this femur, the thigh bone. So you could kind of, if you release the back of your thigh, like take your right hand, bring your thumb into the crease of your hip, and persuade the outside of the thigh forward. That's the feeling in the thigh. You feel your thigh move away from your ribs. Now breathe up above your waist, peel your ribs away from your thigh. Yeah, that's the action. Is that shit hard? Hell yeah. Bend the knee, lower down, take that right leg out, hug the left knee in. Take a breath. Try to root the back of that right thigh to the floor. Hug to the big toe mound side. Straighten the heel up. Reach the heel up to the sky as you straighten the leg. Interlace the hands behind the back of the thigh. I can take my hand like this as well, right? And I can kind of persuade a little light twist into that thigh to get that external rotation from the knee to the hip. That's another way you can persuade it. Remember, if you can control things, you can move them around. If you feel safer just holding neutral as possible, just hold as neutral as possible. Right, that's something, this little thing about feeling is something I try to work with y'all like all the time. That's why I tell you about different engagements of your muscles and what's going on in your body. Bend your knee, release, take the legs out straight, reach the arms up overhead. And we want to feel when the motor is not up a little bit. Hug the knees to the chest. Take the knees wide. I've never used a car analogy for the body, but it worked, right? You got to keep that machine running strong. You could feel when things aren't running properly, right? That's the idea. And when that happens, we address them. Keep the knees wider than the shoulders. And as you draw the knees towards your ears, you'll feel this nice opener in the inside of the thighs, in the back of the hip. If you want to go to the back of the legs again, you can reach one leg out or both legs out, whatever feels good. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat. You're more than welcome to do a variation. You're going to add or remove layers or props. Come to a nice, comfortable place. We worked hard for this moment. And as the legs stretch out, let the feet gently roll open. Let the arms come along the sides. Take the shoulders back. Head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. Allow the tongue to soften from the roof of the mouth. We feel the body get heavy. The skin lays on the muscle, the bones down into the yoga mat. We feel the mind soften. It gets light as we turn back to the breath. We let each exhale clear and remove and make space. And we'll let the inhale welcome something new, the change. We let our heart open as it gets ready to collect the practice. It'll move the practice from the mat to the yoga of life, the practice of life. The heart will bring us back to the mat, to practice again, to challenge ourselves. Whether we're on the mat or in the yoga of life, when any challenge comes before us, we treat them all the same way. We take a breath, we set the foundation, and we engage, and we express the best that we can in that moment. Recognizing that with each breath is a new moment, another opportunity, another chance. Bless you. And begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it washes over the body from your toes to your fingers. As the fingers and the toes begin to wiggle, maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch. Or they reach or move in a way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly, consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Take your hands underneath your head, make a little pillow, and just when you're ready, you can push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. One more time to seal in our practice, our time together, the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, Guru. Good to see everyone. Super fun as always. You know, if you have any questions or anything feels weird, get me before you go. I'll see y'all soon. Home crew, if you need me, you know how to hit me up. Thanks, Guru.